Welcome to another episode of What I Learned from Bobby Hemmett. In this episode, I think I will just only be showing photos, and this takes a lot of time and research to look up these photos, and it's up to you to see it or not. This is another level of the matrix that most people don't know about, and even a lot of times you see the truth, but you can override your brain. You can override your brain and just refuse to acknowledge it. It's like what I'm about to show you is just like racism, prejudice, injustice, anything in that category having to deal with black people. We're all walking around like it doesn't exist. And I used to walk around like it doesn't exist. However, in this day and age of 2023, you can't say that it doesn't exist because they're putting it in your face and they are murdering melanated people at an accelerated rate in the public eye via celebrities and via your everyday neighbor. So, and the thing is that those incidences are on YouTube for you to see. So it reaches everybody. It's not just TV where you're just watching a program and you just gloss over it. Like the TV. All right, let me make another point. Let me separate the points. Another point I want to make, or a point I want to make about the TV, is that it is a hypnotizer. Okay? Your attention is a frequency. For you to focus your attention on something is an actual formulaic frequency number. Okay? And the output of TV or a moving object that is, digitized gets your attention. And digitized or not, a moving object gets your attention. But I'm talking about TV, so that's why I'm saying digitized. So you resonate with that. When you have two frequencies that are the same numbers, they attract each other. The frequencies merge. So your attention, and this is just a descriptive way I'm just trying to describe how are you in focus with this fucking TV no matter what. Even if it's something boring on there, you tend, if you don't have any other options, you watch it. That is back in the day, pre-90s, before a computer was priced in the market for everyday home people in their homes. A home computer. A computer used to be something offices use, the military uses. It wasn't something that was in your home, the everyday person's home. That's another point. So what I'm saying is that the electromagnetic field of your mind resonates and is vibrating on some type of similar frequency as images presented to you on a screen. And that is why you're so captivated by it. It takes a little willpower even to step away from a TV, a movie, anything on that fucking screen. Your mind likes to be fed things. So That's the kind of addiction part of wanting to see something else, wanting to see something else. I'm going to look and I'm going to scroll through. I want to find something else. Your mind wants to be fed. Okay. We're going to put those points down. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind for how you analyze information that's in front of you. You can easily become a drone, or if you're awake, you will see what's right in front of you. That's really it. Like, we're so desensitized to human interaction that people actually cannot tell the difference between human beings. Like, even on a spiritual level, like, you should be able to tell something's not right with somebody. Your interaction with them, your just the energy that they're emitting, you should be able to tell this person, there's something not right. They don't like me. They're lying. All of those are frequencies within the range of emotions. We should be able to know. I do know some, but not. We are all so dead that we cannot really read people anymore. You can't. You should be able to know this person's your enemy. This person's lying. And on some level, we do know these things, but we still go along with it. And part of it is, for me, is to be polite. Because I have people tell me idiotic things all the time, like I don't know any better. I mean, they try to tell me the wrong things to do. I'm not even going to say examples because it would be hard to believe. I would have to walk around with a tape recorder. But anyway, just take a look at this. Just take a look at it. And maybe this is like the third level of awakening to the matrix. This is not something Bobby Hemmett spoke about. I do have to say this. Well, I don't think he spoke about it. I don't recall him speaking about it. He may have put somebody out as an example or something, maybe. But this is not something he spoke about. I'm sure he knows about it though. This is under the level of practical physical understanding. It isn't metaphysical, but the whole point, the reason why I am sometimes I can't remember words. I'm at a loss for words. All right. Yeah, sometimes I can't even remember words, to be honest. The reason why I am compelled to share anything that I know and let this be almost the last straw, the last straw here, the last piece of the matrix that you need to understand, is because it's so huge that it could wake you up. That's why I'm doing it. I have to take the time and show the pictures or whatever. And I have found something that does it for me already, thank goodness. And then if you are, look, if you're at a certain level of analysis, you can wake up to it. I don't think you have to be spiritually awake. You have to be mentally awake to see the shit. we are so dumb and we are so dumbed down, and our feelings are suppressed, and we are working on such a low vibration, and we do not live in love. Most of us, okay, there's always an exception, that you don't see what's there. Like, compare the pig and compare the skin of a Caucasian person. It's right there in front of you. Now I'm going to say something else and I'm going to wrap this up. When I was growing up, I lived a very isolated life because most of the time my primary childhood was not in this country. My dad was in the military. We didn't even have TV. Like, you got the base programming, but we didn't even live on base. So a lot of the, whatever was hip and happening in the 80s and even the 90s, I didn't even know about it. Honest to God, I didn't even know about Tupac. I didn't even know about all these singers and the tragedy that happened to Michael Jackson. I did not know about it. So, let me get to the point. When I did see movies, it was late. Like, the movie's probably 8 years old or something. I don't remember when I saw Pretty Woman, but I didn't go to the movies to see it. It was on cable. Or actually, it wasn't even on cable because I never had cable. It came on TV. That's how old. The movies that I've seen, they came on TV. I could tell you on one hand how many times I ever went to the movie theater to watch a movie. And one of those was Mission Impossible, the first one. That's it. That's it. So, anything else I don't remember. One time at school we went to see, what is it? I forgot. Mel Gibson's I forgot the name of the damn thing. It's not Othello, but it's a Shakespeare, son kills father, saga, whatever. Anyway, let me get to the point. I knew as a child or whenever I watched something on TV, something was strange about certain women. But I dismissed it in my own head. And one example that I will for sure make clear that I remember is thinking about when I saw Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman, which is, a big bullshit movie for a rich man to marry a prostitute. That's bullshit. I always thought, this lady looks strange. This lady looks strange. And as I would see other movie stars or women in movies, there's quite a few that I thought looked strange. The girl that's Gardner, her last name is Gardner. She always looked strange to me. I mean, the level of skinniness was unbelievable. Like, how straight their body was like, how could she have such a flat stomach at her age? Like, I mean, they just were so muscular. But that is not the thing that that got my attention, it's their face. I always thought they looked strange, but you know what I thought? How I justified that? As an adult, I thought they got plastic surgery. Like, I thought they did something to the jaw to make it square like that, but you really can't. They don't do anything to the jaw. The jaw is like that. I know they do chin implants. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the overall look of the person presenting, the woman in film. They always look strange. Their features are so strong. I was like, there's something weird about them. Do people really look like that? Anyway, it's up to you to see it or not. It's up to you to see it or not. This is one of the biggest, second to religion, this is the biggest secret on the planet that people don't know. And, man, this is supposed to be an introduction. I guess I'm just going to overlay the photos. The thing is, you're gonna be wondering, well, why are they doing that? Well, you just got to not be very smart if you don't know why they're doing that. It's about control. But the metaphysical reason for it, the spiritual reason, is that, number one, if you're a male, you are less in tune with your feelings. Number two, you're going to be stronger and usually more thin, and you can control your body weight more. Number three, you're not going to be hormonal. Yes, I know men have hormone changes, but not like women. Number four is that if you know that the Caucasian person has weak DNA compared to a melanated person, then you should know that by around the age of 35, they start falling apart, literally. They start going downhill in their looks, in their skin, in the elasticity of their skin, in their abilities. They start rotting from the inside out. So if you're a female, it's better to fool the masses with an idealistic, supremacy idea of a female as a male. Because if you showed your real female, she looks like a bag of pus. She's going to look pretty decrepit. But a skinny male passing as a female can hold up better. And of course, they're giving them hormones and stuff like that and plastic surgery. Major plastic surgery. So that's the secret. That is the secret. I think I said it without saying it. But I'm just going to say it directly. All celebrity females are males. Sorry to tell you that. Even the ones that you worship, even the ones that you think are, wonderful black celebrities, they're males. And let me just finish by saying, what is the spiritual war on that? They don't want the Isis and Osiris energy to come together. They don't want because love is actually the highest vibration. So, or that's what they say. I should double check. I should check if I really believe that or not. Because destruction, actually that's not true. Love and hate are on the same level. It's just either positive or negative. You're directing your passion in a positive way, building up, or a negative way, destroying and tearing down. That's the truth. That is the truth of the universe. So, they do not want that masculine and feminine energy to come together. Period. You got to keep everybody divided. You won't have, like when people come together, they become stronger. So that's why you can have sacrifices, because those people can never genuinely connect on the spiritual, natural level that follows the principles of the universe, which is male and female, masculine and feminine. That's why they can indiscriminately sacrifice each other. They pretend to love each other. It's two fucking males. They can never connect in that way. They're keeping everybody at an animalistic level. They're training the melanated people to be a beast. So you're only at the, you're never at the heart chakra level. You're never at the pineal gland level. You're at the sacral level, the reproduction level, but they're not reproducing. So they're just at a, I don't want to say the M word, but they're at that level just for gratification and power and submission. So they've trained they have basically beat down the black celebrity, and I am talking about black celebrities, so that they will be like they are. And they're so humiliated that they just succumb to it. Just like if somebody keeps beating you over the fucking head, you're going to start doing whatever the hell they want to do. Whatever you want them, whatever they want you to do, you're going to start doing that. So ergo, that's another layer of why we have easy sacrifices. Nobody's crying. Because that other person was a male. And they're doing a world stage performance for you to pretend, oh, we're married, oh, we had a baby, oh, etc., etc. We have a family. They're two males, boys and girls. Two males, every single one of them. Now, some of you are going to be like, well, how do they get them to look like, the father and resemble, they had to, boys and girls, these celebrities get a surrogate. You take the sperm of the father and you find a donor. You find a donor because that other female, you cannot get an egg from her. You find somebody that resembles her and you do the surrogate performance, whatever. I can't even think right now. The test tube baby shit. And or you do the surrogate. You just get somebody else to hold your baby, which is another level of insanity because you're mixing three people's DNA. You're mixing the DNA of three people. You know what? I'm not sure if that's possible. No, you are. Because even if you have implanted the conjoined DNA, the sperm and the egg of two other people, and you can get a third person that's different to hold the egg. So they're just a host. But their blood is feeding the fetus. So you are mixing 3 DNAs. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe that you can't do it like that. Maybe the host has to be the donor, the egg donor. So if they find somebody that looks like Beyonce, and I'm sorry, Beyonce's one of them. They find somebody that has features like Beyonce, which isn't hard to do. And then they get the male's real sperm. Mix that thing together and implant it in the donor, the egg donor. Now, I know this stuff is going to blow you away, but I have to put it out of the universe. This, I say this about a lot of things, but this one, you got to be on the 1,000-watt Bobby Hemmett frequency for this, because a lot of you don't want to, you're in a deep, heavy program, a deep, heavy coma, and it takes a spiritual jolt in a spiritual timeline, and it was just meant for you to wake up. That's it. Because statistically, the odds of you being a black person that's awake, like on the Bobby Hemmett frequency, is probably 10%. And I made that a high number, because most people aren't awake to the devil level, like knowing the names of the devil and knowing that that is you. They're not going to go there. They're not going to go to the level where Bobby Hemmett has said that a female can procreate without a male by using the sun. Now, that if you think about it, that doesn't sound far-fetched. Why? Because you're just like a plant. You are just like a plant. You are a solar panel. You make your own food. You get the food from the sun, actually, but we're conditioned to eat. Again, I know that's going on a level that people don't want to believe, but you're living off of electric. You're living off an electrical frequency. You consume food because it's supposed to have, it's a form of electrical solar energy from the sun. Water, the same thing. If your water's electrical at this point, they killed it. Anyway, this is the last big secret I could say. And I have not made any video saying this before. But at this juncture, I'm letting it out into the universe. Excuse me. And that ends another episode of What I Learned from Bobby Hemmett. You will increase in consciousness at whatever level you are at. On whatever level you are at. If you are on the 1,000-watt Bobby Hemmett frequency, you know what you need to do. Send out the curses, think destruction, call on all the energies of the ancestors, the Egyptian deities, which are the ancestors. Just to be on the material world, you needed some names, okay? That's why we're using names. Because we're just at a low dense level. That, okay, we had to use language. Before, what? You're like the animals. Do the animals need a language? They make a sound, they emit a vibration. But you're in perfect harmony. What do you need to really talk about? I mean, you guys think that talking is necessary. If people stopped talking, you'd have a lot of peace. And if you went to a real yoga training, they're going to say part of that training is no talking. Because talking is really the ego. Always having something to say, having to be right, trying to correct people, arguing, directing somebody. It's just a lot of unnecessary air going out, hot air. And that's it. That's it. If you're on 1,000 watt, if you're don't get this, don't let yourself be angry about it. Like, the ego wants to fight with anybody that doesn't agree with them. If you get angry, you're proving my point about the ego existing. So I'm not going to edit this. I'm putting it out there in the universe. This is the last biggest secret I could say. The other one is that the Christ ritual that's done to you through all religions. That you are that motherfucker on the cross. Because the Christ is your pineal gland. But as a ritual in this material world, they created this fake gay Jesus that symbolizes you. Jesus, that name, first of all, there wasn't a J. Okay, back in ancient times, when they thought of religion, there wasn't a J. So that means, how did you have fucking name of Jesus? That's point number one. Point number two, the word JZ is actually Osiris, because you get rid of the J, and I just got this revelation. You get rid of the J, and you have A and Z. Those are the frequency letters for Osiris. The beginning and the end, the Alpha and Omega. Except, I don't know why they say Omega for the letter Z. But anyway, that's all some kind of fuckery, cover up. But everything connects. So when they say Alpha and Omega, that's how you're getting the alphabet, or meta netter, which goes from A to Z. And for me, I rationalize that the Z is like a lightning. Because lightning is a manifestation of the magnetic field. And it's part of recharging the earth. It's the it's the magnetic field that keeps us alive. And air is the medium for that. The feminine energy is the air. They work together. They're synonymous. That ends another episode of What I Learned from Bobby Hemmett. If you understood something that I said, great. Anyone that, has made a comment before, thank you. Because it actually propels me to make more. I don't care if just one person understood me, then I did something. I reached out. I do have some other decodings that I'm just motivated to do. So whether somebody understands it or not, I'll see about trying to get that off of my phone. And this talk was completely unscripted, so take it as it is. It is what it is. All thanks to Bobby Him at the end.